Want to become more flexible? Yeah, join the club. We all do. But what I find is that when most people say they want to be more flexible, what they really mean is they want to be able to use their body freely without stiffness and limitation. Most of us as stiff adults got that way because we stopped using our body the way that we can use it. So instead of sitting around and doing boring stretching all day long, what we can actually do is use our body the way it was designed to be used. So human beings were designed to do a lot more than just sit in front of the computer all day long. We got a lot of things we can do in our bodies. These are 3 exercises that we're gonna get started with. First is the bridge and reach. I love this basic, simple exercise because it uses extension of the hips, reversing that sitting we're always doing, with some rotation and side bending of the spine, which guess what? In everyday life, we're very rarely aligned perfectly. Sport, activity, being a human is to be out of alignment. You've probably done a glute bridge before. Lay down on your back, bend the knees, feet flat on the ground, extend the hips by pushing them up to the sky. Squeeze the glutes. Then you're going to take one arm and you're going to reach to the opposite side of that arm. You're then going to windmill the arms back to the other side and really reach through that shoulder. I want that shoulder to come up close to the ear. So now, as we use this hip extension and we're using those glutes to fire, we're also stretching this lat muscle and we're rotating and side bending the spine. Feels really nice. Have fun with this one. Next, the straddle good morning. I love the straddle good morning because it invites us to really extend through the spine, the pelvis, and to stretch those hamstrings that we're sitting on all day long. Take a wide stance. Your feet can be slightly turned out. You're going to extend the spine by keeping that chest nice and big. I want you to place your hands on the back of your head. Now this is going to help you keep that chest big. Don't let those elbows come forward. I then want you to anteriorly tilt your pelvis, and this means sticking that tailbone backwards like you're posing for a picture. Now we hinge forward at the hips, driving the hips backwards, keeping the knees straight. Sorry, this is a lot. Keeping the knees straight. Bring that torso as far forward as you can while still keeping that spine extended, and then raise yourself back up. Those are a lot of cues, but really it's simple. Knees straight, back straight, hinge forward, come back up. A great hamstring stretch and a great strengthening exercise with your knees completely straight, which, let me tell you, probably none of us are doing. And finally, we have the squat fold, one of my favorite exercises. And to me, the measure of a human being's functionality is interacting with the ground. How well can you get down to the ground and stand back up? And how creative can you be when you're doing this? Now, the squat fold teaches us to really compress our body and to control our spine moving onto the ground, using momentum to come back up. We get all of this: coordination, athleticism, range of motion, mobility, strength, all those buzzwords. So you start in a standing position, we can squat down. Now you're going to start by using your hands to lower your butt down to the ground. You're gonna sit, then you roll back on your back. Let me just do it right now. Like so. Bring those feet up and compress the spine, round the spine. So you're bringing those knees as far to your head as you can. Now you're gonna use the legs to unwind that motion, to reverse it. The legs will give you some momentum to then bring your torso back up, and you can push yourself back to that squat ending position. Now, as we go here, we can use less and less assistance from the hands. So you can start by just using one hand to get down into your back fold, and eventually you can use no hands. This requires a lot of core strength, a lot of hip flexor strength. It really just requires a lot of coordination of the body. Now I'll throw in a more advanced move here. In all honesty, this is just to show that these skills that start very basic can become more and more complex as you practice them and as you put time into them. You can start to control your body at higher and higher levels. And getting back to what I said in the intro, this is what most of us are after. It's not flexibility, it's control over our physical body and our physical existence. Here's the deal, if you enjoy these movements, we use these and tons other just like them in our guided program, which is a monthly membership where you get workouts just like these to keep you moving and keep your body supple and functional. Guys, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to Strength Side, and as always,